As we finish up the second quarter, markets are at or near all-time highs. It looks a lot better than it did back in late April, doesn't it? But here's what keeps me up at night, folks, thinking of my retirement clientele, is that in another 2 weeks, that tariff pause ends, right? Remember, we're on a 90-day tariff pause. And think of all those agreements that the administration has announced during those 90 days. Can't think of any, neither can I. So we're going to start seeing tariffs come back into the picture over the next few weeks. And what happens to your retirement planning then? Folks at Cannon Financial Group, our goal is to smooth out retirement so that you have enough income no matter what happens. You've got to have enough income for all your monthly bills. You've got to have enough income for all those things you promised yourself you would do when you were retired. And you've got to have enough income if longevity concerns hit your family, either with memory care or mobility issues. You know, when I was in a room in Hillsborough, we had about 40 people there. And I said, how many people are worried about what happens in the event of mobility or memory care issues? And people raise their hands, but then they always think it's never going to happen to me. Well, you know, mathematically, if we have a very healthy or a reasonably healthy 65-year-old couple, we've got about a 1/3 chance that at least one of you lived to 90. And so your retirement plan is not complete unless you have taken steps to be sure that you can pay for either memory or mobility care issues. Now, the number one way you might do that is what they call long-term care insurance, but nobody likes that because if you don't use it, you've lost that money. At Cannon Financial Group, we can show you a couple of different ways so that even if you have set aside some money for longevity care and never use it, your heirs get that money. Or if you set the money aside and the second spouse needs it, you can dip into it as a reserve for those final few years for the remaining spouse. And so you get double duty or triple duty dollars that way. So as we take a look at your big picture, we want to maximize your Social Security. We want to minimize taxes. But most of all, as a certified financial planner, I want you to remember that income is the most important part of your retirement. So most of all, we want to make sure you've got enough income in retirement to cover everything you wanted to do for your whole life. Because like I tell my kids, your first 30 years is to learn, your next 30 years is to earn, and then the final 30 years is all about you. And we want to present you with that retirement plan picture that gives you that perfect outcome. This is Charles Cannon, certified financial planner. Remember, income is the most important part of your retirement. Have a great day out there.